Embryon Research Faculty was founded as one of the pioneer centers in infertility diseases in 1991 with the aim of giving the mentioned services and doing basic and applicable research in the fields of cell sciences and helpful fertility findings, ART. Now, after more than 1 decade, it's considered as the most reliable center which gives specialist and specialized services in Iran and the Middle East. The degree of its success is comparable with the best world centers.
سعیمون این بوده که در رشته‌های وابسته به ناباروری با توجه به اینکه بیماران ما با استرس فراوان حامله میشن و دوران حاملگی رو بسیار با استرس طی میکنن، مثل دایر کردن بخش پریناتال و منیجمنت کل بیماران در بخش پریناتال ما الان هست که تمام بیماران حامله ما هم همینجا فالو میشن و بعد بقیه کارها به دست متخصصین همینجا انجام میشه. الان ما نتایج موفقیت در بلاستوسیستمون هم بسیار چشمگیره، تا حدود نزدیک به 50% آخرین آمار ما نشون میده. در ضمن در قسمت آزمایشگاه تغییراتی بوده و کارهای انجام شده، از جمله تغییر پروتکل فریزینگ هستش و پروتکل‌های بلاستوسیست و اینها که الان در این مرکز داره انجام میشه و از نظر موفقیت اگر نگیم بالاتره، حداقل معادل بهترین مراکز دنیا هست.
In this laboratory, in addition to IVF surgery, there is also micro-injection and the possibility of freezing the embryo and the sperm under the attention and cooperation of embryology experts and experienced laboratory scientists.
در مورد ناباروری، تمام مراکز ناباروری ایران رو درصد بسیاریش خانم‌ها دارن میچرخونن و واقعا جزو مراکز موفق دنیا بوده و تمام همکاران ما با مراکز دنیا در تماسن، در کنگره‌ها شرکت میکنن. همکاران دیگر ما در خارج از کشور در کنگره‌های ما شرکت میکنن و اکثر ما سیستمامون رو با اونها چک میکنیم و ایوالویت میکنیم و یک تبادل مداوم علمی بین ما و همکاران دیگر ما، چه در مراکزی که خاورمیانه میدل ایست و کنگره‌ای که به اسم متر هست و چه در مراکز اروپایی که بارها اساتید اروپایی حتی مسئولیت کنگره‌های بین‌المللی ریان را داشتن و همیشه از اینکه این مرکز و مراکز مشابه اینجا از نظر کارایی هیچ کمی نسبت به مراکز اروپایی و آمریکا نداده، اینو بارها هم زبونی گفتن، هم در دست‌نوشته‌های خودشون اینجا اعلام کردن.
So up next we're going to go about 30 kilometers east of the provincial capital of Kermanshah, all the way to the foot of the Zagros Mountains, where we're going to find a very ancient trade route and a phenomenal archaeological site containing remains dating back from the prehistoric era all throughout ancient Persia's history. Let's go join Faranak Amidi at Bisatun as she tells us all about it.
Iran, Kermanshah, Bisatun. Close to one of Iran's most magnificent ancient inscriptions is a stone statue which is not very Persian. A man with curly hair laying down comfortably, holding what appears to be a cup and looking at the faraway lands. The head of this statue has been stolen and found. Therefore, what you see here is not the original head. Pretty smart. The statue of Hercules, the mythical and legendary hero of the Greeks, was carved on the stones of Bisatun in western Iran in the 2nd century BC. The archaeological site of Bisatun is located in what used to be a very important route
connecting Iran to Mesopotamia. Unfortunately, because the importance of these remains was not always clear to people, some features have been badly damaged in previous centuries. What you see here is a Safavid inscription by a charitable person named Sheikh Ali Khan Zangene, which unfortunately has been carved on the remains of a Parthian feature. The Sheikh had donated a lot to caravansaras around the area and has used this inscription to have his work remembered. Some parts of the Parthian inscription are still visible, but most of it has been damaged. In Old Persia, many mountains were considered holy, but the Mount Bisotun was probably the holiest of all. The Lake of Bisotun was also an appropriate resting place for caravans, which passed through this strategic route. That's probably why Darius the Great decided to carve his most important relief here 100 meters high on the Bisotun mountain. Such inscriptions and reliefs are an indication of how important it has always been for human beings to leave something behind to be remembered. Darius I has used this stone as a silver screen to tell his story and the story of his Victorian dynasty for generations to come. The inscription is written in 3 ancient languages in 1,200 lines, making it the largest inscription in Iran and in the world. Darius the Great is the largest figure in this carving, stepping on the body of Gamata, who rebelled against the Achaemenid rule for 7 months. Darius is facing the Zoroastrian god Foruhar and raising his hand to get his approval. Foruhar is giving his blessings to the Persian king. Behind the king are his soldiers, who are a bit shorter than the king himself, and in front of Darius the prisoners and rebels are portrayed as small and short beings to belittle them and to show that goodness is always greater than anything else. King Darius, the great king, the king of kings, the king of Persia, the king of people, the son of Vishtas, and the grandson of Ashamin. The inscription reveals some of the most important events of the early times of Darius's rule and the geographical extension of his empire. These majestic mountains have been standing tall here and witnessing history for millions of years, and maybe that's why many kings have come here and left an inscription to be remembered by.